What up, y'all? My name is Dion Rocko Williams, Jeff Gordon's favorite tire carrier that stays ready like Petty, if you didn't know any better. For those meeting me for the first time, I'm a 17-year pit crew athlete, an elite tire carrier for multiple winning race teams, and I've been responsible for representing and managing elite pit crew athletes in NASCAR for over 21 years. That's a long time, y'all. I know I'm older than I look. Look, everyone enjoys exciting races, and we should understand how crucial pit stops are when determining the outcome at the race, and it varies from race to race. The first race of our season, which started at Daytona 500, that's our Super Bowl. Okay? Daytona 500 is not about the pit stops so much, it's more about adhering to team and manufacturer orders, managing the draft, and avoiding the big one. That's the big wreck that is inevitably going to happen, and probably multiple times during the race. So if you're there at the end, you have a good chance at a strong finishing position or a win. Our second race at Atlanta was exciting as well, as Atlanta allowed teams to ease into the season as pit crew athletes. This was due to the fact that pit stops aren't as heavily weighted on performance at the hybrid speedway style racetrack. Our third race of the season brings us to the first road course of 2025, which is COTA, short for Circuit of the Americas. All right? And it was exciting when it came to action and excitement. Like the previous two races, pit stops do not determine the outcome of the races as much as fuel mileage and strategy at road courses. And that's why I'm so excited about our fourth race at Phoenix. I've been a part of multiple victories at Phoenix, carrying tires for Jeff Gordon, Chase Elliott, Mark Martin, and pit stops. They will determine how well you finish at this racetrack. Race 4 at Phoenix will allow us to gain access to how elite these pit crew athletes are and how they stack up against each other. It's a true competition, this race, to gain track position on pit road. Teams have been permitted through the first three races to refine and apply fundamental philosophies and choreography of the pit stops to figure out how they should pit these cars the fastest and the most effective. Mistake-free pit stops. All right? But keep in mind, the pit road at Phoenix can be very challenging for drivers and pit crew athletes, as it is busy and slick. Maybe it's the desert dust that makes it slick, and you combine that with the heat, it can be very challenging to maneuver. Another consideration to bear in mind when planning your trip to Phoenix or watching Phoenix NASCAR race is that they announced the return of the option tire to this race this week. And if you remember last year at Richmond, how effective it was to use that option tire strategically. What is the option tire for those who don't know? Let me tell you. The implementation of this strategy will follow the same procedures employed in the summer race at Richmond Raceway last year. Each Cup Series team will be allocated 6 primary sets of tires and 2 sets of what we call the option tire. Now, the primary objective of the option tire is to enhance grip. Okay, that's to make your car go faster, thereby enabling increased vehicle speed. However, this comes at a cost of significantly faster tire wear compared to the primary tire. So your tires are going to wear a lot faster on an option tire. They are physically melting to the track surface. Consequently, when a driver may gain track position in a short time using a faster tire, they may lose it on a prolonged run and have to pit again earlier than expected. So you better manage when you're going to use those. Long story short, the option tire is a turbo boost. It's like running over a turbo pad, if this was Mario Kart, for a short amount of time. But if you have those tires on for a prolonged long run during the race, you might be in trouble. So you better be strategic with how you use it. And let me also say, when I'm watching this Phoenix race, the cars running in the top 5 have a different objective than the cars running 10th, 15th, 20th, and 30th. Pitting cars that have a chance to win the race every time you enter the track, like your Christopher Bells, your William Byron, Kyle Larsons, your Kyle Bushes. You have to operate and perform pit stops differently. You have to be calculated. This is not football. You do not receive 4 downs. And at the end of the day, we are humans, expected to be perfect all the time. So keep that in mind. You might want to find that median in between your best stop and your average stop to make sure you eliminate those catastrophic mistakes that can really take you out of a race. In Phoenix, that'll be on full display, and I can't wait to see it. Race number 4, it's going to come down to the team that's the best prepared, the most organized, and well coached. That 20 car might be strong. The 5 car's looking good too. 24, my old team, they're going to be in the mix. Kyle Busch last week, he showed that he might have it figured out now too. And that long losing streak, it was exciting to see the OGs and the veterans show the younger guys how exciting it could be to race clean and within your car limits instead of just wrecking them for the win. I'll see y'all in Phoenix. Gotta go.